We are coming closer to mass adoption. Still, though, crypto is too difficult for people with no background in crypto to easily integrate. However, this is getting solved a little at a time. Think about the difficulty you have to explain to your grandma how to install a MetaMask wallet, save off the private key phrase somewhere safe. How realistic is that for her to get into crypto? Oh, by the way, she first needs to get, say, a Coinbase account and then buy some Ethereum or Bitcoin there, then transfer some Ethereum over to her MetaMask wallet. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, this is one of the things slowing down the adoption of crypto. Now, what happens that changes this is the creation of simple to use tools and wallets that abstract away a lot of the difficulties that make things easier for non-crypto people to come into crypto. That is our topic today, and we will have a special guest designing something that I think will help bridge more non-crypto people into crypto as well as make it fun. Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. If you like money in crypto and you're looking for a real investor's take on the crypto market, join the Rainmaker family by liking this video and subscribing with that all notifications bell enabled. Rainmakers are like the special forces of crypto. We're highly trained, not your average crypto trader or investor. Now, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a crypto investor myself that went from thousands to millions in just the past 4 years, and I share with you the system that I used to do that. With that in mind, I invited some of the executive team behind Pink Panda and their token and wallet to join us. To me, this seems like one of the tools that can bring more non-crypto people into crypto. Their branding is catchy. They donate to cancer charities, and they have been building a strong community. Pink Panda is also a strategic sponsor of this channel in January, and we thank them for that. Let's welcome Adam Carlton, CEO of Pink Panda, and Mark Rusavi, one of their lead developers. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you guys on. I covered Pink Panda like 2 months ago, and I was shocked at the strength of your community. Some people who are avid members of the Pink Panda community commented, and I was shocked to find how strong your community is. Some people absolutely love your token and your project. So I wanted to bring you on to share with the audience more about your wallet today, if that's okay with you. You guys have some big upgrades coming up. Some things I guess I don't want to spoil it, but also one of the things I really liked about your project is just that it's an easier gateway for people coming into crypto. I don't know, have either of you had any difficulties explaining to some of your friends how to get into crypto?
Well, I'll give I'll give you an example. I think it was in the first couple of weeks when we launched, and a friend of mine, older, really smart guy, but he was an older gentleman, and he really wanted to buy some of our tokens. And I think it took me somewhere around 4 hours to get him through the whole process, right? Of, okay, I have my Coinbase, send it, as you mentioned, send it to Coinbase. Now you're going to have to, basically getting to the point, right, where he could buy BNB and then he could swap BNB for Pink Panda. And so I think that's, endemic, right, throughout DeFi, is that it just is mostly designed by engineers for engineers, and it's really challenging to get into the ecosystem.
Yeah, agreed. And that's some of the value. As I was researching your project a couple months ago before even covering, I thought, a great marketing, first of all. The Pink Panda, super catchy. Of course, pink ties to giving to cancer. That's my guess on it. Secondly, I saw that, well, with the wallet specifically, I could see this direction that you were going towards, making it easier for people to have something catchy to catch on to. I think of how like Dogecoin brought so many people to crypto, but I don't love Dogecoin because I don't like meme coins in general. But I saw something with Pink Panda where it's like something catchy that a lot of people would get behind, but then all they have to do is download an app, and then they could start interacting. And the simplicity of that, I was like, my guess is in a number of months when we hit this peak market, I was like, I could see Pink Panda really catching on, that it hits like a lot of people, a lot of buzz talking about it, but then they just download an app and they have this gateway into crypto that's simple. Not, okay, get a Coinbase wallet, send that to another wallet. Oh, by the way, make sure you save off these words, and just the complexity of all these different steps to even be able to buy something.
Couldn't agree more.
That's what it seemed like to me, and so I appreciate you guys coming on the channel to explain more about what you're doing with your app. Now you have some big upgrades coming on, Fiat Gateway coming up. Could you tell the audience more about where Pink Panda's wallet and app are at, and where it's going?
Sure. Well, I'll give maybe a high level overview, and then I would love to hear from Mark as well. So, as you said, right, my vision is really for somebody to be able to download our app, quickly move their fiat, into purchasing BNB or any crypto ultimately, right, and then begin trading, staking, farming, access to NFT capabilities, right? And at the same time, also having like a fun brand and interactive community experience. And so this is our longer vision of it. But what we're working on right now is, so we have a private beta out right now. And if you're interested in that, I can welcome you to join our Discord or Telegram. That's where we're trying to limit access to that beta. But yeah, as you mentioned, upcoming, right, we're going to have Fiat on ramp, which is huge, being able to just make that quick transaction and then you're in. And so, yeah, I want to kick over to Mark and talk a little bit more about some of the specifics around what's in our current release and then what we're looking to put into the next version.
Yeah, so in the current release, we have still, because you've mentioned a couple of times that the seed phrase entering is a bit complicated right now. So that's one thing I'd like to talk about. It's a bit difficult to get around this feature, because otherwise you would have to store your private key, and the 12-word seed phrase is just a wrapper to I guess make this more readable to humans. There are other ways you can visualize this, but after all, it's just an easy way or an easier way to store access to your wallet. So that's one thing where we want to make it, I guess, a bit easier by storing all of this in your private keychain on the Apple keychain and sync it across devices by just entering your PIN code. So it's stored secretly and privately in case you want to opt into that. And for the social features in the app, we currently have custom avatars, which you can create and see from other users, and usernames. So each user has like an avatar he can create, which is like put together from multiple pieces of accessories and clothing and hats and faces and skin colors. And it's really like a fun little editor where you can create your custom avatar and then set a username. I tend to always like use my first name for this. So it's like still anonymous, but at the same time, you know who sends you money. So for example, in my transaction history, I have money from Adam, and it's like this funny little avatar with like, which is designed by Adam. And all of these features just bring together like the social features of the app, and while still, being anonymous, which is very important for crypto in general. And all of these profiles can be used in various other places. So receiving money, sending money. And in the future, we have some plans for commenting on specific tokens, voting tokens, and other features. We also have a feed section with news and polls where the community can vote and come together to decide on the future of the token. And yeah, of course, we also have like the basic features every like crypto wallet is expected to have, which is like a token view, your token and your balance, send and receive functions. And yeah, that's the current state of the app. We are working on a pretty interesting feature as well with wallet codes. I can't show anything right now, but it's like we got it working internally where you can have one code which represents your profile in the Pink Panda ecosystem. So linked to your like wallet and profile avatar and username, and users can scan this code to send you money, and it's like really quick. And the benefit of it is that it's that the user doesn't need to like enter an address anymore. So it makes it easier like for grandmas to send you money. You just need to show the wallet code and scan it. It looks cool. You can spin it, and it will be nice in the future for cross-chain compatibility. For example, if you want to have like your Ethereum wallet or another BSC wallet linked, you can link all of this, and the user just still scans the same wallet code and then selects which cryptocurrency he wants to send you, and you receive to your specific wallet. So if he selects, like, just for an example, if he selects Bitcoin, he can send to your Bitcoin wallet. And if he selects Pink Panda, he's going to send to your Binance Smart Chain wallet. So this is all like abstracting everything away under our ecosystem. So the user only like scans this code and sees he's sending money to Adam with this nice little bald avatar. Yeah, so that's the social aspect integrated into the simplicity to make all of this easier and more user-friendly while not losing any features.
So question, you said that you're developing a feature for saving off the private key so that did you say that it would be stored across their Apple devices, but then they can set up a password that they use to then be able to access that?
Yeah, it's currently only stored on your local device. So this feature is still in development. But the user can then opt in to back up his keys, which is very common across other wallets as well. So he can back up his private key into like the iCloud keychain feature and then log in using like Face ID, Touch ID, or a PIN code.
Okay, perfect. And then be able to access it. So in other words, you have meaningful security, but then simplicity as well. Especially if you set it with the facial recognition or something. That way, like if you have it on your iPhone and then you have an iPad somewhere, you would be able to log in on either one.
Right, yeah. And then you're back like with the user Adam and your same avatar because it's all one ecosystem.
Perfect, I like that. So now, you gentlemen are building a Fiat gateway, which has my interest, right? Because then that makes it easy. I mean, that seems like part of the bigger vision of making it simple for people to get into crypto. No first step of like Coinbase or Voyager app or whatever. They could come right in through your own app. Do you have kind of an idea of when your Fiat gateway might be ready?
Ideally, we're looking at the next 60 days, possibly sooner, but this is technology, so there's always a fair number of complications that you don't always foresee. So yeah, but that's pretty much our next number one feature that we really want to see, along with some additional ones before we release it on the App Store, right? I don't want to put something out there yet that requires kind of the old school method of transferring from some centralized exchange or some other wallet. So yeah, looking to be kind of the leader in that new to crypto space, I think that's a must have. You're starting to see it across more wallets as well. So, I think at some point that will be table stakes. So yeah, we see that as the number one feature next.
So just kind of like bigger picture, say in a few months, people would be able to put Fiat, they could download the Pink Panda app right on their phone. They could then connect it up to their accounts to bring Fiat right in there. They could buy pretty much any token on the Binance Smart Chain.
Yep.
They could buy NFTs on the Binance Smart Chain as well. They could participate in DeFi right there from their app without knowing all that much. Do you have kind of a goal for down the road being integrated with some of the other chains? So Mark had mentioned that a little bit. How what would that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So I say this to people a lot is say, if you think about the new person to crypto, they don't even necessarily know what a blockchain is, much less the difference between Ethereum and it's a fork of BSC or BSC is a fork of Ethereum, those kinds of things, right? So to the degree that we can create that experience for the end user that isn't bringing all the complications like, gas or what chain you're on or crazy things like wormholes and things like that, right? That those of us who are really into the system try to use right now. I know that system is going to mature, but it's just not there yet, right? I expect, cross-chain compatibility is going to continue to develop, but until that point, we want to make it easy for the end user. So cross-chain is pretty imperative for us. We recognize that that's going to require us to switch to an ERC20 compliant token. So we're actually doing a token migration here in the next 60 days as well too, which is going to allow us to have cross-chain capabilities like NFTs to be able to create a whole lot of easier approach, right, to that integration. And then yeah, as you mentioned, in the future, I can definitely see us expanding out those capabilities around being able to take that level of complexity out of it. So for things like gas, right? I think in my transactions, very rarely do I adjust gas, but there might be rare instances where you need to. And so my vision is that we really do have, most of those complexities taken out for your average user, right? They don't necessarily need to have that, but I could see an example of you might be able to like click an advanced function and then tweak the gas or something like that if you need to. But again, trying to just reduce that complexity and that difficulty in the understanding of all these different factors that we may understand because we've been involved in it, but your average person has no clue.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm looking forward to what you guys are building and doing. I think I think we have a massive wave of adoption coming again. We had a little one in March. I think what's coming will make last March look small. But yeah, we're going to see exactly how it plays out. I do think Bitcoin's undervalued. Bitcoin's going to cross a threshold of 100,000. All these people are going to wake up and be like, I need to get into that. And then they start looking at crypto, and then they find different gateways. Different things. Usually Bitcoin historically was the gateway drug to crypto. But we found this last year, often it was other ones, like Dogecoin actually was one of the gateway drugs. What was it? Shiba Inu. Oh my gosh. And then just other coins, like one of the ones I'm a big fan of is the Comi's token, OMI. The difficulty with getting OMI is huge, but I know some people that OMI was like their first crypto purchase. In other words, but they still had to go to like get Bitcoin, send it over to some small tiny exchange in order to buy it. But it had enough momentum that people were like, oh, okay, OMI token was their first purchase. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pink Panda is one of those ones in the coming months that catches some good steam, especially with the ease of your wallet and if your Fiat gateway is ready. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Do you have any final words for the audience?
I just like to close on saying that I think that you're spot on that, right? We do have we're going to see waves of adoption, and as this all gets easier, people are going to find those much more simplistic ways of getting on ramp. So I think that there are organizations out there that are solving some of the really challenging problems. And I think that you're going to see more and more cross-chain compatibility. You're going to see, more and more L2 capabilities out there, right? People will start caring a lot less about what chain you're on versus, what's the utility associated with, that token and what are you actually doing for the ecosystem. So that's where I see things going, and I think we're well positioned for that to, continue being part of that adoption.
Agreed. And you guys have fantastic marketing. I've seen that for the past number of months looking. I was like, when I first heard about Pink Panda, I was like, what this Pink Panda thing? And looked more into it. I was like, great marketing, good colors. I mean, everyone loves pandas. Pink makes sense. And it just, back years ago when I went to business school and we took the marketing classes, it's like you want something that's easy for people to say, easy for them if they hear it to spell it too. And I just think you have a lot of great things going together that I could see this picking up some good steam come this spring when a lot of people are coming into crypto. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys maybe again soon.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
For those of you in the audience, if you're ready to level up your crypto game, join the Rainmaker family. If you haven't liked this video, if you enjoyed the video, and if you hated the video, go ahead and give us a dislike. Let us know what your thoughts are. Join the Rainmaker community if you haven't already. We are like the Navy SEALs of crypto. We don't get shaken out easily. We're tenacious and highly informed. And if that feels like what you're looking for, then join us. So whether you're here for life-changing money, some of you, I know a few friends that are here for wife-changing money, or for that Lamborghini, strap in because the next few months will be hot. Join us by subscribing with that all notifications bell enabled. If you haven't subscribed, you might consider, as the principles that I share are proven. They help you resist getting shaken out of the best life-changing wealth situation we will see in our lifetimes. They help you resist the FOMO, resist the urges to panic sell right at the bottom. So stay tuned with that bell notification button enabled. And strap in because it's going to be bumpy. It's going to feel like a rocket ship at times, and I can't wait. This wrap is for all you in the Rainmaker family. Reinforce the principles that we share. Thanks so much. See you next time.
Came into the space chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, be bad before you're good. Was taught to buy when it was boring like a Rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I'll always make the time in mind. I sit the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a Rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't lead with my heart. The principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Why when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. That's when I was selling, go parabolic and dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a Rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a Rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. The time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and it's feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, to study and to know that nothing comes easy but with knowledge to gain show. Sticking out this wrong cause soon will come a bear market. Learning and growing and when it's slow will be the target. Naysayers come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. I'm sticking around, the time is better. I'm strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. In 2 years time the bull will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort cause here comes the rain. So let's go Rainmakers, let's make it all happen. Let go with the hate, let the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a Rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a Rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, the time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough. And that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a Rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.